and welcome to the Hive stream number 34. I'm your host, that's Cat, of course. But welcome. The Hive is brought to you by Esports College and Career Pathways, where our mission is to provide a safe and supportive environment for gamers to pursue their goals. We focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Huge thanks to our sponsor, Corsair Gamers, ESTV, and NFL alumni. I'm your host, that's Cat. Tonight we have a great program. Every week we will either be talking about important topics with special guests like tonight, or highlighting teams playing against each other, or just getting together, playing games with the community to play fun, friendly games on stream. So tonight we will be focusing on the importance of supporting diversity in gaming communities, especially communities who provide safe and healthy environments for women gamers. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our guests for tonight. I hope I don't mess up anyone's names. If I do, please feel free to correct me. Up first is Shay, aka Cupcake. Cupcake is part owner of Vixen Gamers. I hope I said that right. She helps co-lead Vixen create content, market their community, and brand. Her ultimate goal is to promote and cultivate an environment that allows women to feel accepted and encouraged in the gaming community. Their community's culture is centered around acceptance of all gamers, with a private area for female/femme identifying gamers. Currently, she's a stay-at-home wife/mom, and she loves and cherishes spending time with her adopted little girl and husband. Before she stayed at home, she practiced as a dental hygienist. Oh, that's cool. For the last 14 years. I have an overbite. No, I'm kidding. She loved getting to know others. She's always truly had a passion for helping others, and she thinks that's what drives her to help start Vixen. We needed more inclusivity for women in gaming and a place where women could feel like they're not alone. She just loves this community and all the amazing people who joined it. The games she currently plays are Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Fortnite, Apex, Knockout City, and It Takes Two. Okay, that's a great lineup. Welcome, Cupcake. Shannon, who is our second guest, Shannon, aka Giggles. Oh, that's such a cool name. Is a, okay, how do I say this? Epidemiologist?
Epidemiologist, yeah.
Epidemiologist. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Everybody thinks it's a dermatologist. Kind of like dermatologist.
My eyes just jumbled. Health educator and part owner of Vixen Gamer, Shannon has always been about helping and caring for others. She graduated with her Master's of Science in Health and is very passionate about health, equity, and issues with the communities. She advocates and creates health programs for youth and women that focus on bettering their health. If she's not investigating COVID-19 cases, educating, or advocating for health, she's leading and running an empowering community. Over the years, Shannon has learned to embrace being different. She never fit in with societal norms and grew up awkward. I mean, same. Growing up in a strict Chinese household, she always had to abide by the rules. She yearned for freedom, an outlet to learn and grow to be whoever she wanted to be. While playing video games, she found some lifelong friends and a piece of herself. Oh, same. Shannon's goal is to create an environment for all femme-identifying gamers to belong, to make lifelong friends and be whoever they want to be, just like she did. Shannon wants Vixen Gamers to be a welcoming and safe environment for anyone to make friends, encourage each other, and be themselves. Shannon currently plays Call of Duty, Destiny 2. Oh no. Overcooked 2 and Dead by Daylight. Okay. Kind of saved it there with the last two. Destiny 2. Oh my God. I'm just joking. Andrea is her name, but you can call her Drea. She's a strong woman and was born in Newark, New Jersey. Oh, you're across the pond there. Okay. AKA Brick City. Okay. On February 6th, she's an Aquarius. Oh, I'm a Sag. You're best friends already.
Yeah.
So she may seem aloof at times, but trust me, she's there. She's a product of her own environment, so she may seem straightforward, but she just wants the truth. She desires justice and equality for all, but especially for women like her are never sorry for expressing how she feels or doing what she knows is right. Life is too short to be sorry, and it is definitely is too busy. I know that's right. Drea has a full-time job at Motor Vehicles. Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Yes.
But she still finds time. You have the patience of a god. She still finds time to go to the gym and finish her fitness journey. The gaming world has always been a safe place for Andrea. So when Vixen was born, it helped her connect with people who share the same interests and also opened her eyes to more in life. Andrea wants Vixen to be a place where you can just be you, no conformity, no worries. She just wants you to be free to express what you've been hiding. Life is too short to be anything but happy. I know that's what, right? Okay. um, before I did all the introductions, by you, our moderator was like, "Girl, just breathe through all of the introductions." But I enjoyed them. They were so good. Welcome, ladies. How are you today? That's the first question. How are you? Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Happy to be here.
Sometimes it's hard to answer that question, especially nowadays. So I'm glad you all are doing well. So we'll go around the table. Whoever wants to jump in first, feel free. But yeah, how did you all start in gaming?
Well, I started, I guess my older cousin brought, the gaming world into my life. I think my first game was Duck Hunt. It was my first person shooter game. Yeah. So I really got into that. And then afterwards, I started playing GoldenEye. I was always for the first person, third person shooter games. That's me. That's my favorite genre.
Anyone else? Cupcake, Shannon? Oh wait, did I?
Oh, they're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought I was.
There you are.
I got into gaming actually because of my brother. So I grew up with my older brother, and I kind of used to follow him around. We used to go to like comic book stores, and you would see like the old like Super Nintendo, and people would be playing like the old Super Mario where he was like red and green. I don't know if you guys remember if that was like he was like really tiny, and they would keep trying to jump and get the coins. I just kind of like followed what he was doing, and then I also played that Duck Hunt game with the scary shotgun that you would like try to like do. He actually taught me how to do it, and it was pretty fun. And then I kind of sort of got into Sonic the Hedgehog afterwards. I kind of would steal his little Sega around, and just kind of that's what kind of got me into video gaming, I guess.
Yeah, and for me, I'm with them as well. So my first ever gaming experience was the original Nintendo. I was not as lucky, obviously, to have a Nintendo at home. So, but my parents were military, and there was always tons of kids in the neighborhood, and so we would take turns going over to each other's houses and playing on Nintendos at our friends' houses, and that's pretty much like where I started until my parents finally caved and got us a Sega Genesis. And then once I got to play Sonic the Hedgehog with my sisters and collect coins to collect the jewels, I was sold. I loved gaming ever since after that.
Sorry, I had to spam my Discord for a second. No, that's really awesome. I think we had like a couple games in common. That's really cool. And I'm like similar to those who said like their siblings. Like I grew up with two older brothers, so I would always steal their stuff or be their player too. So that's really cool that we kind of have that in common. Well, you already kind of mentioned what your first video game was, but did you face any obstacles while you started getting more into gaming and like, more that like online was coming out and things like that, especially being like a woman? And just like, how do you feel about that right now? Go ahead.
I think the greatest obstacle I faced, and I know you guys can agree too, is trying to prove that you're a good gamer. You know, they always want to be like, oh, you were just lucky, or the other player wasn't good enough. So you always feel like you have to prove yourself. And I'm glad, especially me, I outgrew that. Now I don't care because I know that I'm great. And I'm just here to take names.
Yes. Oh, I like it. I like that. Cupcake, Shannon.
For me, I think it's always finding out that you're a girl, like you can't play this game, especially with my voice. So when I would talk on Call of Duty and like telling them like where the enemy is, they'd be like, "Is that a little kid or am I like, are you a girl?" And they'll be like, "Girl, like you shouldn't be
Yeah.
playing this game." So I think it's always like just having that just because of your gender or the sound of your voice, like they can't get over it and they won't listen to you because they just, oh, you have like a soft spoken voice, like it's not masculine. So I think that's like one of the biggest obstacles I face for me.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, I think for myself, I think one of the largest obstacles I felt when I started playing, when I really, really started playing first-person shooters, COD 4 was actually my first-person shooter that I just fell in love with, and it's a very lonely feeling whenever you're a girl in a game and you get ganged up on. When I first started playing and you join lobbies, there every now and then there was a nice guy that would say, "Hey, do you want to play again?" or whatnot. But it wasn't until I started meeting other girls that I really broke out of my shell. I actually gained confidence. I don't know if people realize this. Yeah, guys probably cheer each other on, but if you've ever played in a full squad of girls, they're just they're so willing to tell you like how good you're doing, or that's okay, or we're gonna get the next round. Like girls are really good about having each other. It's like a pack. It's like a pack mentality. Because they're so used to being just kind of shunned from the gaming space, and so I would say the biggest obstacle is just trying to not feel alone in a space where you want to feel accepted and you know that there's a lot of women out there that game, women and girls. I mean, there's a lot. But for some reason, we're made to feel like that there's not many of us, even though that there is. And so that's been the biggest obstacle. And that is something that we've really tried to push, letting women know that, hey, like there's other women that play all these games. It is not, and it shouldn't be a male dominated game. Because when you say gamer, that applies to everybody, not just one specific gender. And so, yeah.
So to Cupcake and Shannon, Cupcake, you could kind of go first, since you just did. But when did you guys decide to form Vixen Gamers, and like what was the thought behind it?
So it's interesting to ask this question. I am a bit older than Shannon and Drea. Not that that's a bad thing, but whenever I first met them, even just recalling when I first met them, I think Shannon and Drea, how old were you guys when we first met?
I think I was 17 or 18.
14.
God, you're so young.
What? Yeah, I don't even think I was even allowed to play Call of Duty. It was like what, for
Oh
mature?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she was still playing
Report
it.
me. Don't report me.
And
But
I was 22. So there is a huge age disparity. Not that it's a bad thing, because anybody can attest to this. Through gaming, weirdly enough, depending on obviously maturity level, it really cracks that age barrier of who you play with. Like I never would think that I would play with 14-year-olds as a 22-year-old, but you don't. Because in your regular life you don't do that, but like in a video game it didn't matter. Like you had the same objective, like you were playing the same game, and we just got along. Vixen started back in 2008. I was playing and had found and met a lot of girls, And I started adding them to my friends list, and I realized that I had somewhere between, I don't know, it was probably 60 to 80 girls on my friends list. And this was at the time that PlayStation would only allow you to have 100 friends. So I was like constantly deleting guys and only adding girls. I know that sounds awful. Like I kept a few
It
guy
sounds
friends.
amazing.
So I had a few guy friends from that time that I would play with like all the time, but like I kept fighting girls, and we all had that same like experience of when we got to play together and be in a full girl squad. It was just unreal. It was just so much fun, and so I said, "What can we do to distinguish us whenever we play that makes it known that when people see us, they know that we're girl gamers?" And so one of my friends said, "Well, let's think of a name that we can put in our clan tag." And I said, "Okay, let's do that." And Vixen. I said it's a female fox. You know, like it can have so many connotations because foxes are sneaky and sly, but a vixen is considered sexy, and there's just so many different things that whenever you think of a fox, and I felt like that just fit everybody. And so that's when it started. That's when Vixen started. But unfortunately, that was in the Facebook days. There was no Twitter and Instagram and any of that. So a lot of us kind of lost connection. And I'm actually gonna let Shannon kind of pick up here and tell about how like we reconnected and started Vixen.
So we all grew apart, obviously. Years passed by. And I think when Fortnite came out, it was a big game. I saw Cupcakes online and I rekindled like our friendship, and obviously lives changed. I went to college and she had a kiddo. And I told her to get the new Call of Duty, the new Modern Warfare. And I think this was like right before quarantine. It launched like what, in November, and then we were playing like nonstop. We rekindled like all of our old friends, playing till like 3, 4, 5 a.m. back in the day, and it was just so much fun. And we noticed that there was a lot more girl gamers than they are now, before, and it just she started Vixen. I think what blew it up is the regiment. It kind of sort of felt like a club, right? Like, ooh, like you're invited to like this exclusive thing, and it's just for women and femme identifying gamers. And we noticed that it was picking up. People were representing it, and then Drea and I were talking. We had our own regiment at the time. It was called Liddy, just to get fun. And we noticed that people were inviting us to Vixen, like from the Vixen regiment, and we were meeting all these girls. And then we kind of sort of brought it to Cupcakes, like, hey, let's actually make this like a real thing, like a real club or community where women and femme identifying gamers can join. And we were brainstorming ideas. We kind of sort of like just bit the bullet and filed for our LLC and did our copyright, and it just kind of blew up. And I think what also helped was everyone was in quarantine. So you would have ranges from like girls that are like 9 years old playing Call of Duty all the way up to like 40, 50. And we would meet total random strangers being like, I know Cupcakes, I know Giggles, I know Drea, like, because we would just play with them. And it just blew up, and Vixen Gamers became a thing. People were like noticing us on social media, messaging us like, "Oh, I played with the Vixen," and we're like, "Awesome! I don't even know." Like there was like, so it just boomed. So we had like, I think we have 10 regiments now on Call of Duty. I think now Vixen is not only in Call of Duty anymore; it's also in Apex. People rock the gamer tag. They change their gamer tag with the word Vixen in it, and people use it while playing Fortnite. What other games do they use? Oh, Rogue Company. I think there's a ton of games now that people use the word Vixen, and they're being recognized as like a vixen, which is cool because that's all we want, right? We want girls to feel belonged, and feel a part of something where they have that support system, because each of us need a support system, and that's kind of how it just kind of all started, and it blew up. And I think what really helped was because of we were stuck in quarantine. I think that helped, and also because so many people got into gaming. Like people were converting from PC gaming to the PlayStation 5. The new PlayStation 5 came out, the new Xbox came out. So it was just like a really good year to like launch it. We got really lucky and blessed, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an awesome story. Like that's just super cool. Like just the whole separation and then you come back together. I mean, life happens, you know,
Yeah.
even for us gamers. So it's like I like that now we're finding ways, even with like career paths or even like collegiate sports and things like that. Like anything we want to do, we could kind of add gaming to it. Especially like on the creator side and like even, you know, on the company side, like anybody could come to you guys because they could come and be like, you guys want to do makeup with us and stuff like it's just all like it's just everything that's incorporated in our lives. We could incorporate gaming in it, and I love that. Oh, your story is so cool. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's really awesome. And I see the merch, by the way, which is really cool. Is this the Pride one, or is it just like the
this is
regular?
the Pride collection.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're wearing it for
The
Pride.
dripping with pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the logo and everything. I was like, oh wait, they got merch. Cool. I will be stopping by the shop later on.
No, but I mean,
But
it's definitely amazing. And if you think about it, like you mentioned before, how we met then and we came back together.
yeah,
I would say that like all the girls or even people in general that have met through this community have created or have started to create lifelong friendships. We've had girls mention to us that like they met another girl in the community and they become best friends and they've actually bought Christmas presents for each other's kids. So it's just amazing and it's heartwarming to know that there's been a lot of people that have felt like they're like, I finally feel like I belong. I finally feel like I can be myself, or I found other people that, you know, understand me or get me. And so that's been just really heartwarming.
yeah. And I was gonna say, Cupcake, what was it like to become a mom like during like that like little separation period? And how do you like incorporate that now, like with your gaming and like having vixens? Do you like, you know, show the little baby how to game?
Yeah. I'm raising a little baby gamer, so but yeah. Today we were actually playing on her tablet, and she has this little game where like she has like like an ice cream stand, and so like she has to like create ice cream for people, and so I sit there and I watch her and like I help her create ice creams for people. So I mean, it's already starting and beginning. The cool thing is, and I will say this, you see this from time to time that there is not in a relationship, sometimes there's one spouse that doesn't support gaming, and that's really hard. I feel like I'm very fortunate in the fact that for myself, when my husband and I met, and by the way, we met online. When we met and we started dating, I think it was like the second date. I beat him at Guitar Hero, and he said it was love at first sight. We were at Dave and Buster's, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I'm gonna kick your tail." Like, you know, like I knew I knew it was gonna happen, but it was from that point on, like it was interesting the dynamic between us and how we're able to have these hobbies, you know, because that's what this is for myself and for my husband.
Yeah.
We're able to have these hobbies to where like he has his room and he goes and plays. It's funny that you laughed. He's really into Destiny too, and he's really into Apex. He always tells me he's like
We have to
diamond level
save him.
Apex. He's always like the talks at the dinner table is like I'm diamond in Apex, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm so proud of you. But to how we separated, you know, we've always been a team. Isn't that cool? Like if you think about it, like you're a team in game and like we're a team, you know, in life. And so when she's napping, I'll get on with my friends and I'll play games, or when she goes to sleep at night, I'll get on and play. Being a parent is just something that you incorporate into your lifestyle, and I don't know how to explain this more. Maybe for me, because my daughter's adopted. My husband and I can't have children, and so for me, it's just been something that has just completely blessed my life and changed me for. I mean, I think for the better. She's an amazing person, and I'm just so happy. I'm happy that I get to be a mom and spend time with her and love on her. So yeah, so it hasn't been hard at all.
Yeah. Okay. We love gamer babies here. Okay.
Yes, and gamer mom.
Yes. And gamer moms. And that's just such an important. I've actually been meeting a lot of gamer moms recently. So that's why I wanted to even ask you that, because it's just really cool. And it's also good to have something for yourself that you can also share with your child, like even later on, even if it's not like right away. Yeah, so it's just really cool. So Andrea, how did you decide to be a part of like Vixens, or how did you return, I should say?
I don't think I ever decide to be a part of Vixen. I think Vixen decides for you, and it made me a part of Vixen, especially when I would, stay up playing with these girls on Call of Duty during the lockdown. We just vibed, and I know every female gamer that we've played with would agree with us. We all meshed like mosaic. It was not a forced partnership. I want to say I was born with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all you could ask for. It's like there was this one I'm a TikToker for some reason, I know, but I was on TikTok, and there was this one TikTok about meeting a girl in the lobby, and they were like playing Overwatch, and somebody first spoke and they're like hello, and then somebody was like hey, and then when she heard it was like a woman, she was like yes. It was just like such a cool thing, because it's like we all kind of maybe had that moment before, like we're in a lobby and you're like, oh, should I talk to her? And then you just say something and it's like, hey, oh, snap. Okay. And then we just it's just good after that, because all the guys in the lobby just kind of, they either get with it or they don't say anything.
Yeah. But it's feeling for sure.
Yeah, and we're best in numbers. Why not? Yeah.
But you all sync up, kind of, sort of thing.
So what are you guys playing lately? I know you guys kind of mentioned it, but what was the last thing you played recently?
The Sims 4.
She's obsessed with Sims.
I'm
need
obsessed.
deliverance from that. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm really into that Cozy Cottage game they just dropped. I was like,
I haven't gotten it yet.
I don't know. I've seen it. I haven't bought it yet because I've stopped, going through that rabbit hole. I'm kind of crazy. I'm obsessed with mods and things like that. So I totally
my God, I just discovered that. So I'm always telling Shannon, I discovered a new mod.
You're doomed for another 5 years. Okay. It's like you could have so many hairs and things like that. It's really cool.
I wish we had Motherload for real life.
Just a quick 50K. But no, The Sims 4. I mean, I've been in the Sims community since The Sims 2, so definitely get that addiction. Who else? I heard some other things.
I actually did the opposite of The Sims, and I don't know if anybody viewing or if you guys remember this. Do you guys remember the game Second Life?
Oh yeah.
So it's like a huge version of The Sims, I would say, massive version of The Sims. I don't know what's going on with it now, but I played Second Life pretty regularly for a while. And I thought that was pretty fun. I would make clothes and I would build houses and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun, but that was a while ago. Did you ever check out Second Life?
Yeah, I'm actually I would play it. Okay, the next.
What? You what?
Yeah, I was on it. I was on it when I wasn't supposed to be on it. So hindsight, I'm 31 now. Okay, I joined when I was I joined when I was 17. 18, and yeah, I even had a magazine. I had a couple things on there. It was pretty cool. I actually have a lot of friends, lifelong friends that I made on there. It's a whole virtual world, which I'd be telling them, I'd be like, please don't mention. But yeah.
Funny. Yeah, that's kind of like something I fell into. Do you remember the movie I Am Legend? I
Yes.
think they actually did like a whole like couple of
Yeah.
Sims in there, and I would play like I Am Legend and stuff like that. It was really interesting. But
That's crazy.
as of right now, I would say I play COD, Apex, and I finally finished It Takes Two, and that game was probably one of the most fun games I've played in a very long time. Like it is so
Who
much
was your
fun.
partner? Did you play with your
I
hubby?
No, I didn't play with my hubby. I actually played with another guy that's in our Discord named Nico, and he's such a chill person. Like his voice, he's so chill and he's so relaxed. My husband is actually like very high strung, very like go, and so it was really fun getting to play with my friend Nico because he was just like, okay, Cupcake, like you gotta do this. Like okay, so that game is it's just
You-
literally everything from my childhood imagination come to life in a game. It was amazing.
Yeah, it made me a little bit emotional, but I played with my boyfriend and bad idea. You went the safe route because he was like, come on over here. And then they had mini games, and anytime he would beat me, he'd be like, yep, got you. And I'm like, I don't even know how to play this. Like, it's
Yes. Yeah, that was such a fun game.
You won't like it. I've been playing Destiny too. I've been raiding. I'm a raider. I've been, yeah.
You know what? I'm not mad at you because at least you did the work and then you're raid ready. Like the only thing I like in Destiny is raids and Crucible. And
Yeah.
I really just don't like that grind anymore. I played Destiny 1 the whole time.
No,
So when
I
it
did too.
agree with you. I played Destiny. I was a die-hard Destiny 1 fan. And then when
Yes.
Destiny 2 came out, the grind, I actually had to quit. Like I quit. I have I have like a whole bunch of friends. They're like, "Where'd you go? Like we need like our sixth person to do the raid." And
yeah.
I was like, "I'm on this Call of Duty grind. I am here for it. I brought back a whole bunch of girls to play Call of Duty, so I'm gonna stay there and I still play. I mean, I still play a lot of Call of Duty. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of choose Warzone over Raid sometimes because I don't know, Warzone. It's like a competition. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, like BR is kind of like if you guys get into BRs, good luck. Like that's another rabbit hole because like once another one comes out, you're gonna try it and you're gonna keep trying them, and you're like, why do I
Right.
keep trying these things?
I know. And they try to keep you interesting, right? With like this
Yeah,
maps,
cosmetics.
and the other stuff, and I don't know. I think Fortnite really like changed the game for
Yes.
a lot of video games. With all the new like things you can purchase, and then the
Now they got
design.
like music. They got the
Yeah.
musicians involved,
Yeah.
dancing. Yeah, it was
Right.
TikTok before TikTok.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, that's okay. I forgive you for the Destiny 2. I get it. Like raids are
Hey,
so fun. Like it's
I
something about because the whole like they have you like tethered to 3 people for like the rest of the stuff. Like once you get into like Crucible and like the raid, it's like you can have more people join and things like that. I like that. So like the aspect of like doing like the end game stuff is really fun, but I don't have 200 hours to spare.
no.
Till this day, I don't even think I have like all the gear of Destiny 2.
Oh,
And even though like I
you're just
grind,
that good.
no, I just literally do the raids and maybe Iron Banner, and then that's it. And then you'll never see me. I don't do the Nightfalls. I don't do any of that. The grind is
Yeah.
so hard, and even when you were grinding, you wouldn't even get the drops. I'd be like, "What the heck? Where's my
Right.
exotic? Like where's
Yeah.
where's my stuff?" So I think it really changed my perspective on Destiny 2. I mean, I love it. I think it's also the people you play with, right? The people
Yeah.
that makes you want to stay. And
Oh,
I think
I have
that's
some
what.
bad stories now that you said that. She's like, it's also the people I just remember people yelling at me. Jumping is not my forte in any game. I shouldn't say in Destiny, but in any. uh,
The jumping and flying, yeah. Me,
Yeah.
it's flying. I am not good. If there's a plane involved, please don't ask me to fly. Like I'm
Oh
so
my
Planes
God.
are so hard. Like I don't think
hard,
anyone
it's so hard.
like even GTA.
Like,
There was like a moment where you had to like fly. I forgot if it was like a plane. You had to land a plane when you did like one of the heists or something like that. Oh, we crashed that thing like 30 times. It was it was so bad. Nobody could land the plane.
I will say something funny about Destiny, like Destiny 1, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was like right when like the Amazon Alexa came out, and like she just heard me, she's gonna like literally talk. Whenever that came out, and you could literally download Zer on it, and you could ask Zer what he was selling in the shop every week
Yeah.
for Destiny before you even logged on. I was like, I knew gaming had taken a turn to like everything whenever like I could ask that and find out what was in the shop in Destiny 1. But I think I got the Gallahorn in the loot cave, like the very first glitch.
Loot cave, yes.
For the loot cave. I think I got it then, but then afterwards I was like, you know, there's only so much spin metal I can collect before I'm gonna go crazy. I'm like, I think I'm done with this game, but no, it was a lot of fun.
I feel like they had like the craziest hacks in like Destiny for some reason. Cause like I remember doing the raid and it was like Crota, and my friend was like, yeah, I heard like if you yank out your Ethernet cord at this apparent second, like you could damage him more. I was like, who found that out? Like, who would be like, I'm just gonna yank out my Ethernet cord? It's just like this crazy, like that community is so crazy. They have their we had a friend, we would just go in the raid with him and he would just solo it and I would be like, okay, this is my life now. It was just so funny.
I low-key like friends like that though.
Yeah.
Oh, we would just see him bouncing all over the place. And we were like, what is he doing? But now they have more stuff where you need multiple people. I'm like, oh man, that's crazy.
Right. Everybody has that one friend that's absolutely cracked at every game you play.
Oh my
like
God, right?
Yes. It's just crazy. But you want them to play with you because you're like, I get through this and I need you to help me. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can talk about gaming forever. How are you? Well, you all said you played Apex as well, right?
I tried it.
What? Yeah, I
Do you
tried.
like it?
I felt like it was a lot for me to learn because like it was like Overwatch mixed with Call of Duty, and it was just so overwhelming for me. Like I cannot each character, I can't remember like each special like thing or power that they
It's a
have.
learning. Yeah.
I don't like battle royale games. I was never into Fortnite, PUBG. I do like kind of like Warzone, but I still prefer to play Search and Destroy all day.
Oh, you're the pro. Okay. No, like that's really cool. Like I play BRs, but I don't like go into it thinking I'm the best. But by the time I'm playing, I'm like I'm really good at this, and they're like, no, you really suck at it, and I'm like, okay, sorry. But yeah, I actually just played another BR, which is the Vampire the Masquerade one. I don't know if you guys seen that one, but they had an alpha last week, and I actually got to play it. It was kind of cool, you know. I got to do some vampire things. I was at that point. I was just like, I think I've played enough BRs for my lifetime now. We're doing vampire BRs. So okay, I don't want to veer off too much from the question. Oh, did anybody play video games while like in high school, or were you guys on a team at all? Far
during our time, we didn't have like a gaming team unless we're talking about game battles.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that?
I think she is.
Game battles, it was like a MySpace, but for gamers.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
It
That's
was,
what
but it was more for like competitive gaming. So kind of sort of how like UMG is and like all those like you find teams to like compete against, except it wasn't like monetized. It was just like based off your rank. So like we were in, I think that's how I met Drea. We were in a team called
Legit Ladies.
And there was like I think about 20 of us girls, and we would like compete, and it was a full team of girls, and we would game battle. And how people would recognize you is they would check out your rank on game battles, like how many games you won and stuff like that. It was fun. It was kind of like
intense.
But they sold, and now it's not what it used to be. There's a lot of advertisements now.
Wow.
Yeah. It was definitely a MySpace for competitive gaming for sure.
That sounds fun. Man, I miss my time. I mean, I know now some games have it like for their, their own games. Because I think Overwatch and League and things like that, you could like just search people's tags. But yeah, what was I gonna say? I think I kind of lost my way here. Oh, okay. So, what can all of us do right now to make the gaming environment more inclusive? We could kind of go around. You guys give us your hot takes.
Do you want to go first, Shreya? So I can like kind of piggyback on what you want to say.
Like, what's our biggest challenge?
No, like how do we make it more inclusive? Like how can like people watching this say, "Wow, I really want to play with these cool girls. What do I have to do to like kind of help the situation?" I mean, like I personally always say it's always finding other women and communicating with them and just showing them different places where we are like kind of safe or just kind of how to handle the space as well. And also this like telling other people and telling men like shut up, mind your business.
I think, especially how when we started, we started during the quarantine, and I think that was our biggest spike, it's because we were so much involved with, the community. I wasn't working for 3 months, so we were actively playing with, the people in our organization. And I think in order for our organization to grow, we need to be more involved, like we were back in COVID. Well, there's still COVID, but during the lockdown.
Yeah, I think also for you, like what we can do is to also like to not like be so standoffish when you're playing a game. Like you're in there to, yes, play, maybe win, but you're also there to have a good time, right? Like you want to meet people, you create friendships. I think
Yeah.
that's what, like, including and being more inclusive is to just be more friendly. Like it's not not every gamer wants to win every game. I mean, that's the whole point of joining a competitive, league or something. But like people are there to like
Right.
just have fun. It's like a stress reliever for people. It's like a gaming outlet, like, just to get out of your reality and kind of sort of be more friendly. And I think people just like how you greet them at a grocery store, like, hello, like, how are you? Kind of sort of you greet them online, like, hello, how are you today? Kind of sort of
Yeah.
um I think that would be a little bit more. And that's how our community is. Like we're very welcoming. If you were to join our Discord, like people would like invite you in and talk to you like immediately. There's like no judgment. You don't have to like, oh, well, she plays blah 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 Destiny. You're more than welcome to join because we have people who play Destiny. And it's not only on Discord but also like on like social medias, like Vixens follow Vixens. There's tons of Vixen streamers that follow and support each other on that platform as well. On Twitter, there's a lot of Vixens active on Twitter, and a lot of Vixens active streaming and on PlayStation and on Xbox. And we just kind of sort of like add everyone. They're just like, what's your gamer tag? Oh, cool, what a funny gamer tag, here's mine. Like, take it and run with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I love about our community is that they're just so opening. There's no judgment. Everyone's so friendly. There's no prejudice. Even the guys, we even welcome like males who join our Discord. There are some trolls here and there. I mean, that's everywhere we go, just how there's some mean people. But within our community, I've played with a couple guys. I played with even Vixen boyfriends, like their significant others. They are just so welcoming and they love what we do. I think they're just like super nice. I think there's a video going around on YouTube of our Vixen community like asking when they're playing with I think her husband, and they're telling her to like through the mic, like telling them to like, hey, come join our community, come play Call of Duty with us, like through the mic. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. Like I would join because her husband plays Call of Duty. So it's just like
Aw.
super welcoming. I think Shay shared that video yesterday, and it was just really nice to see that whoever, no matter who you are, like we stick together kind of sort of thing. I don't know, Shay, if you have anything to add to make it more inclusive.
Yeah, it was that video that she's talking about. It's funny. The YouTuber himself has over 1 million followers, and the what it was saying on the video, or like the very first part, like so and so is trying to find me a girlfriend. And when you watch it, it's funny because he was playing with a bunch of vixens, and instead of that happening, the girls turned around and said, "Hey, like, does your wife game? We would love to game with her." Like, turned it to knowing that there's women that game, and it doesn't always have to be like a situation where a guy's trying to hit on a woman, or it seems like that conversation always comes up. Instead, even those girls were trying to push for inclusivity for that guy's wife. Like, hey, like we want to game with her, like we want her to game with us, you know? And that was really cool. I think another thing to add on top of what Shannon and Drea said is that as we build this community, and as we have had people join Vixen, the community itself, we've always advocated that we were all games, all platforms, all skill levels. Something that was kind of brushed over earlier about being a good gamer or being so good. You know, we've always told people since the beginning that like it doesn't matter if you're a seasoned gamer or you just bought your first console and you're playing for the first time. We truly believe that people, when they start gaming, we want them to have a great gaming experience. We don't want them to get onto a game and then be made fun of and trolled because they're not good. Well, you know, they just started gaming, and they did this because this is something that they were interested in, and we don't want to hurt that passion. Instead, we want to help further them into really enjoying that. And so our community has done that for a lot of people. And the last thing I would say is, you know, when you think of a community, there are communities out there that are very competitive, right? They're competitive against another community. We even faced that at the very beginning. We had other women communities that would say stuff about Vixen, and every single one of us as leaders have never said a bad thing about any other community. And we've always said, we want nothing more than there to be more inclusive, like gender inclusivity gaming communities like us, because there is like, I don't know, millions upon millions of gamers. There's no shortage of people that game, and there's no shortage of people that can join your community. Why not encourage more people to make communities to help gamers feel like they're part of something? Instead of tearing other communities down, let's build each other up so that way people everywhere have a safe space to go and to feel like they're part of something and that they really enjoy gaming. And so that's kind of like what we've done. We've always spoken out about toxicity, about competition amongst communities. We just want to be a community that inspires and empowers women who have a passion and drive for gaming. And that's what we stand for. And it's not empowering if you're tearing other people down. We want to lift people up. So yeah.
Wow, all awesome answers. I didn't want to go before talking about a little bit about like Shannon, you said you were like in your bio it said you were a health advocate. So did you see like how, especially because you guys started during COVID and things like that, what were some of the things that you encouraged within the space health-wise? That, you know, just like help pick up people. Because I mean, even here we've had health advocates come through as well, just to give us tips and tricks of how to like be active and just be healthy gamers. So like how just like how do you incorporate that with Vixens as well?
Vixen, we kind of sort of have like snack breaks. I mean, not. I mean, everyone
I
eats
love
during
snacks. Come
gaming.
on
I
now.
mean, like we kind of. I think there was one night where we were playing to like 3, 4 a.m. And we had to like literally pause. Like we take like in between like COD games, you can pause, and then and we kind of like my friends like, oh, like what should I go get to eat? Because one lives in California, one lives in Florida. So like California, they still have things open, and then Florida, obviously things were closed if we're playing at 3, 4 a.m. So we were actually giving different types of recipes. California, the girl went to go get food. Like we were telling her, oh, like go get Uber Eats or Postmates and get it delivered. And she got like, I think she got like salad delivered or something. And then with our friends, she asked like, should I eat carrots? Or it was actually Baddest. She likes to eat like crunchy things. So she was like, should I eat apples or carrots? And like, what should I eat it with? And I was like, ooh, if you want, you can eat apples with peanut butter and then carrots with
What?
ranch, whatever. I mean, it was just like little things. And
Sounds like
then
munchie talk.
yeah, like literally talk. And then sometimes I play with Drea and she's like, I'm craving chocolate. And I'm like, you should make a chocolate milk. Like that's like you don't have to eat actually chocolate. So there's like little health tips there, like little healthy things. But also I think gaming itself is kind of sort of like very beneficial for mental health. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize how mental health really affects you. Especially during COVID, a lot of people got depressed. There were studies and cases that during quarantine, people were just so depressed. They were losing people left and right. They couldn't go out because there was like restrictions, and I think gaming was kind of sort of a healthy outlet at that time during quarantine because you're kind of socially interacting. There's a lot of kiddos who got like cut from school and they don't know how to socially talk to people. A lot of people build up their social skills through that way. Discord and like Skype, Zoom, they kind of sort of all blew up. Talking face to face, learning, even like dating wise, people learned like how to date. Not necessarily within our community, but however, I've noticed that a lot of people were, like a lot of people had to adapt. And I
Yeah.
think gaming in general, especially within our community, we've had a lot of girls like express anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I'm so like nervous to like talk on the mic. But like it's kind of helped the women talk and be more confident while playing video games. And it's amazing how you see people we have one girl, she's super shy to talk, and then now you hear her, she's like yelling and like having a blast, and like sometimes you got to tell her like, hey, chill out, it's like 4 a.m., like come on. But I mean, you see their changes. And then also there's a couple people who actually, like, if you lose a game, they kind of do fitness, like they kind of sort of challenge each other, like if you do like
Yeah.
1v1s or like Fortnites, like during, I know some of my friends in Fortnite, like if you like die and you place like whatever 60th, you would do like 60 crunches or whatever kind of
Ooh.
place that you would place in. And it was just like accountability through video gaming, if you lose or win kind of sort of thing. It all these challenges that you can have between one another kind of sort of boost your health, metabolism and things like that, if you're incorporating fitness and as well as healthy recipes. I think video
Shannon
I
actually cooks on stream. Shannon's cooked for Vixen and done some cooking shows on stream for Vixen as well. Yeah, which has been really awesome. I mean, like, why not incorporate life skills along with gaming, and just showing that it's been pretty awesome.
And it's actually very soothing. I've noticed that a lot of people like watching people like cook and things like that and talk to them while cooking. Like, like Barefoot Contessa or something, or Gianna, whatever. You're just doing it with the community, and it's nice. Um so
Yeah.
that's kind of sort of like some little health tips. I know a lot of people have frowned upon gaming. Like it can be negative in regards to like if you're constantly gaming and eating unhealthy and things like that. But I think the spin on it is having obviously everything in moderation. I think
Yeah.
people need to realize that yes, you can game, yes, you can stream, yes, you can do all these things, but as long as you're doing it in a moderation that's healthy or beneficial to you. Some people can game for like 5-6 hours a day and they are totally fine in regards to um got like talking wise, their mental health's great, they take a break, go walk their dogs, things like that. I used to be one of them during quarantine. I would game like 5-6 hours a day and go like run, come back and be like, "Hey, Drea, Shay, I'm back. Let's go. Let's go another round," kind of sort of thing. So having balance is yes. So balance is really important. Everything in moderation, and I think that's like the biggest health tip. Like people don't realize is that you kind of overconsume, right? Like especially now
Yeah.
with TikTok. You're over consuming all these TikTok videos, all these TikTok
Oh
trends,
God,
like
just keep
learning
scrolling. Just keep scrolling.
yeah,
Okay.
scrolling, or you're learning a dance after dance, like all these things, like all these trends. So I think, that's like the biggest thing. And big screen gamers do that. Like they're very good at keeping accountability. Like at the time I would call Drea and be like, "Hey Drea, did you like wake up? Are you like okay? Like, what's your plan for the day?" Because like, and then I would kind of sort of squeeze myself in there and be like, "Hey, you're gonna get on COD, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna account you to be on COD," and she'd be like, "Yes, I'm gonna be on COD. I can't fall asleep," like that kind of sort of thing. So like, it's nice to have gamer friends that hold your accountability, and especially like health wise. Another thing is that you build these lifelong friendships that
Mhm.
can last in real person. So I got to meet Drea after being friends with her for 13 years. We
Oh
met up
wow.
once quarantine lifted. So
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
did like amazing things. Like we went exploring around Austin, which I've never done because I'm new here. We walked a lot and biked and rode a scooter.
Oh,
So,
look
I
at
mean, yeah.
that.
So it's
It was
really
great to
nice.
finally meet her,
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
just talking to
Talking,
her through Call of
yeah,
Duty
through
in a
Call of
Yeah.
party.
Duty.
The power of friendship through gaming. That
Yeah.
should be like the theme. No, I'm kidding. Well, we're a little bit over time, but I'm gonna give you guys the last couple of words. Anything that you want to say, and tell people about either Vixen Gaming or just gaming in general, and also where they could find you and potentially game with you if that's possible. So we could go. Oh, you know what? It's two different orders for me. We could start with Shannon.
Uh, so you can find us on everything. Twitch, TikTok, everything's just Vixen Gamers. There's Facebook, there is Instagram. What am I
Twitter,
missing? YouTube, Twitter, um,
TikTok.
TikTok. I said that already.
Oh,
TikTok,
did you?
YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Pinterest. We're on Pinterest. Um,
What? Okay, I gotta go look at that board.
yeah, we
We
have
just
like
started it.
yeah, we just started it. And we're also what am I missing? I think that's all
And
like the
plug the merch. Plug the merch.
all of our merch. Oh yeah, one more thing. We partnered up with a pride organization up until July 15th. So you guys have like 8 days or 7 days. I can't do
Oh,
that.
okay.
All of our proceeds will go to the nonprofit organization. It's called It's 10, right? Shay? What is it? it's 10. In regards to, and you can find it on vixengamers.com. We donate all the proceeds to that nonprofit that supports LGBTQI plus organization. So sorry. And that's where it is. It's all limited edition. So I think at the end of this month we're gonna take it off because it's
So get your merch now.
So get it. Yeah. It's gonna be super fun.
Cool. And Andrea?
I mean, I think Giggles summed it up pretty well for us. Those are the social medias you can reach us on. Yeah, and that's it for me.
What about you, Cupcake? Any last words?
If you're looking for a community that is welcoming and just really loves meeting people and new gamers and to find others to game with, you should definitely check us out. The best place to reach us is probably going to our website, www.vixengamers.com. It has all of our social medias linked, and then obviously when she said about the store, but definitely come talk to us. You can find us on Facebook and Discord, or you can message us on Instagram, and we're pretty fast to reply. But yeah, if you're looking for a fun group, come check us out.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you joining me today. I know it was like a quick thing, but hopefully we can have you back to come play some games or something.
Yes.
We'll definitely have you all back. It was so much fun. And we got to talk about the Destiny 2 and Sims 4 thing more in depth. Got to get you all out of those wormholes. But no, I'm kidding.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining us this week. That is it for today's show. We want to thank our partners, ESTV, NFL Alumni, Corsair, and Gamers. I'm your host, That's So Alley Cat. You can find me everywhere under That's So Alley Cat. I even have a website, that's so alleycat.net. Make sure you follow Esports CCP. Follow this channel right here that you see us on. We are also on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, everything Esports CCP, or you could just visit our website, esportsccp.gg. I hope that's what it is. I'm sorry, it's in the chat. We also want to thank our producer, Nick, and our moderators, Catherine and Bayou. We will see you guys for another great show next week. That's it. Bye.
Bye. Have a good one.